What's going on, everybody? You're going to see behind me here a map of Kelowna. If you're looking for information on Kelowna, West Kelowna, if you're thinking about moving here and want to know what neighborhoods might be for you, well, I've lived here my whole life, and I'm going to give you a in-depth guide on every single neighborhood here in Kelowna. I'll try to give you a bird's eye view on a lot of the details that could impact your decision making. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a couple of neighborhoods that are actually in West Kelowna, and then we're going to move into Kelowna. The reason I'm doing that is because they're very close to Kelowna and are often a good option for people who are, looking to move to the Okanagan. I sent a lot of people over this way into West Kelowna as well. So I'm going to skim over these ones real quick and then we'll move on from there. So first one is Lakeview Heights here, and it's kind of this whole bench on the side of West Kelowna. There's lots of mature neighborhoods where you're going to find older properties with bigger lots, as well as some new construction and luxury as well. Not a whole lot of condos and townhomes yet, but there are some coming down the pipe. So lots of single family homes, super family friendly, and still fairly affordable to be here in West Kelowna and get like a nice property at a good price. It is across the bridge, but other than that, there's not a whole lot of cons to living in Lakeview Heights. Next one on the list is West Kelowna Estates, which is fairly similar in the sense that there's a lot of mature neighborhoods and sub-neighborhoods within West Kelowna Estates, and some new construction as well. And West Kelowna Estates is just on this side of the highway here. It's on the side of the mountain, lots of incredible views. Not so many waterfront properties. One unique thing about this neighborhood though is it does have West Harbor on it, which is like one of the kind of Kelowna Okanagan lifestyle hotspot areas, along with McKinley, our beach, which I'll talk about a little later. But it's a neighborhood where you buy into the community. You've got the boat launch, the private beach, all the resort amenities that you would expect, the gym, the pools, etc., etc. Comes with some of the properties come with boat slips as well, so a cool thing to check out if that's what you're looking for. So we're going to move on to the next neighborhood, and let's start over here. We're just going to jump across the bridge here and start with the Kelowna North. Lots of higher density living here. You can get into a great little condo, townhome, half duplex. There's lots of trendy little half duplexes and fourplexes going up here. There are single families homes as well. Most of the single family homes though are quite old and not all too practical in my opinion. You're getting small properties at a higher price because of the land value. So that's why these trendy fourplexes and duplexes are becoming quite popular, is builders and developers purchasing up these lots and pushing the building over and putting up a duplex. Now there's some towers like I was saying, so you get some pretty cool trendy condos. Again, you're right downtown, you got the nightlife, lots of eats, breweries, and all that kind of stuff that you would expect when you come to Kelowna. Just on the bottom side here of Knox Mountain, there's a cool little neighborhood as well, built kind of into the side of the mountain, just steps away from the Knox Mountain Park, and it's got some pretty fancy luxury properties if that's something you're looking for. Now sprinkled along through here, it's lots of beach access. Obviously you've got City Park here on this side, and then if we cross over the highway, we've got the South Kelowna neighborhood. South Kelowna is right beside the Kelowna General Hospital. So if that's something you're looking for if you're a doctor or a nurse or looking to live close to the hospital, the South Kelowna neighborhood could be a good option for you. Again, fairly dense living. There are not any towers really in the South Kelowna area, but there will be probably in the next number of years here. And there's lots of condo buildings. Again, lots of older properties, some heritage homes, same as Kelowna North, half duplexes, and some of the trendier new style fourplex buildings and stuff like that. Lots of shopping, lots of nightlife stuff. Not as heavy on the nightlife as the north end of Kelowna, but still lots to do. There'll be no shortage. As well, you'll find the Okanagan College campus here. So if you're looking for a place maybe to rent to students, this could be also a good option for you as well here. Let's move up into the Springfield Spall area of Kelowna. There is not a ton of housing here. There's lots of, I shouldn't say that. There's lots of condos, there's some townhomes, and there's some single family homes as well here. Something great about the Springfield Spall area is you're super close to town, and a lot of the properties are on the more affordable side of things. So it does make for good rentals, good starter homes, good fixer-uppers. So there's condos, townhomes, and single family homes here in this section. We're gonna hop on over to the other side of the highway and we will get into Glenmore area. Glenmore is probably something you've already heard of if you're started this journey here on purchasing property in Kelowna. It's one of our most popular neighborhoods, and for good reason. You can get in at a very affordable price right now. The benchmark is under $1 million, which is on the lower side. You're steps away from all the amenities you could possibly need. There's lots down here on Glenmore Road, as well as downtown Kelowna here, and all the amenities of the Springfield Spall area. It is kind of built and terraced on the side of a hill, so some of the properties have great views. There's some luxury properties, there's brand new townhomes, there's lots of mature homes, so larger lots, and some fixer-uppers, and overall it's just a great, well-rounded family neighborhood. There's a few schools in the area as well, and lots of parks, some tennis courts, and all that stuff. Just up the hill from Glenmore, we have Wilden. Wilden is this section here. It's not a massive neighborhood. It's comprised of about, say, between 700 and 900 properties total. Lots of single family. There's some luxury, lots of fantastic views. They started developing Wilden just like early 2000s. Up till now, they're still building it out, and there's quite a bit of building to be done yet. So lots of opportunity there for if you want to buy a brand new property or a lot and build something. They've got townhomes, no condos, but townhomes and duplexes and stuff like that as well, but mostly single family homes. If we're up in Wilden and we're going up Upper Canyon, and then we can come back down here on Union, that's gonna bring us right into the North Glenmore neighborhood. North Glenmore is very similar to Glenmore in the style of housing and stuff like that. It does come at a little bit of a cheaper overall price because it's a little further away from Kelowna. So lots of fixer-uppers. It's great for families starting out, first purchases, rental properties, that type of thing. You're close to town, close to the university, so it's overall another great investment to make, but there's not really any luxury or higher end properties here. We're going to work our way up into Kelowna, which is going to bring us over to Dilworth Mountain. Dilworth Mountain is another great family and neighborhood, close to schools, close to all the amenities, the sports, all the stuff that you're going to need, right? Lots of little parks scattered around here. And Dilworth Mountain, like the name kind of suggests, it's built on the side of a mountain. So there's lots of hiking, some areas where you can't necessarily build out, turned into parks. So lots to do in Dilworth, super close to town, some mature neighborhoods again, and some new. It's also got a luxury kind of section too over on the Selkirk side of things with just mind-boggling views. Something to check out. We're gonna move on over to Rutland South. We're going to move on over to Rutland South and Rutland North. Rutland is close to the hustle and bustle. There are, again, lots of amenities within. It's kind of its own little neighborhood. It's always a strong performing neighborhood, even though it does have not the greatest name for itself. It's always been known to have a little bit higher crime and this and that. It's right in the middle of Kelowna. It's always performed super well, even in down markets, because it is one of the more affordable neighborhoods and sections of Kelowna. So what happens when people can't, in a down market, when people can't purchase the upper end properties? Well, we've got people downsizing into those areas, as well as people who are looking to get in. Well, that's what they can afford, right? It makes for great investment properties because it's near lots of transit. The walkability score is great, and the bikeability is great as well. So let's move on over to the south side of Kelowna. If we move south from the Kelowna South neighborhood, or South Kelowna neighborhood, we've got the Lower Mission, which kind of runs along Okanagan Lake here in this fashion. There is some condo buildings, townhomes, lots of trendy properties, lots of lakefront properties, lots of little beach accesses as well. The single family homes do cost a little more because the location is great. As you'll find, as you get close to the lake, the property value increases. So one thing about the Lower Mission is that there are lots of little gated and retirement communities, which is good to know if that's something you're looking for. As well, lots of amenities there as well. We're going to keep coming along south down Okanagan Lake, and that's going to land us right into Kettle Valley. Kettle Valley is one of the newer neighborhoods of Kelowna, started developing similar time as Wilden. So in the kind of early 2000s up till now, and again, there's lots to be built out still in the Kettle Valley, but the Kettle Valley has its own little kind of town center where there are some amenities that you can take advantage of there, because it is about 20-25 minutes out of town if you're living in Kettle Valley. So that's one of the cons of Kettle Valley, but Kettle Valley comes with some of the most fantastic views in the city, built along the side of the mountain, and they really did take advantage of having that, and they just built a really intricate kind of road system that really leverages what the mountainside has had to offer. So lots of luxury properties up in this neighborhood here, or if we come up the hill a little bit, we've got the Upper Mission, which is fairly similar, but the Upper Mission has some older properties as well as some new, so a good mix and lots of luxury. So this kind of side of Kelowna is one of the higher end sections, if you will, of Kelowna. So if you're looking for a property that's got a little bit more wow factor to it, you'll probably find it here. So back up over to the north side of Kelowna, northeast side of Kelowna, we're going to head on over up Highway 33, which is just off at 97. We're going to go through Rutland and head up the hill as if we were going to Big White. Up the hill about 4 or 5 minutes, you'll find the neighborhood of Black Mountain, which is built on the top of two mountains. It's one of Kelowna's more affordable neighborhoods. If you're looking for something that is affordable, you want to be fairly close to town, you don't want to be in Rutland, you don't want to be in Ellison, this could be a good option for you. Super close to Big White Ski Resort. I'll zoom out here. Big White is right here, so you're about 35 to 45 minutes away from Black Mountain to get up to the Big White Ski Resort. Black Mountain's got some condo, some townhome, but it's mostly comprised of single family homes, a few older neighborhoods, sections of the neighborhood, as well as lots of new building as well, some luxury properties, Kirshner Mountain, and then on the other side, the Mine Hill side of the mountain, some really nice properties up there as well. Black Mountain does have a golf course and an elementary school. Other than that, not a whole lot of amenities, so you are headed into Rutland for your shopping and things like that. But overall, you get good bang for buck in Black Mountain. Now we will maybe just touch on Big White. Big White, it now is a all-season, all-year-round resort. So if you're looking for a short-term rental, it'd be a good option here. You've got obviously your skiing and snowboarding, and it is one of Canada's top-ranked family ski resorts. So check that out. If you haven't heard of Big White, definitely want to look into it. They've got biking now. They didn't have that for a while, but over the last 5 or 10 years, that started to gain a lot of popularity. They've got a school program up there, so if you wanted to go ahead and make the move and literally live up at the resort all year, you could do that. They've got shopping and a lot of the amenities that you will need. So I already touched on Rutland north and south, and we're going to keep on moving up Highway 97 into the University District and kind of Quail area. Lots of nice properties up in here, some new construction, lots of condos and townhomes. You've got the golf course here as well, so it's great if you like to golf. Quieter neighborhood again, similar to kind of like Black Mountain. You're a little bit out of the way. One nice thing about this neighborhood though is they do have a growing kind of amenity, kind of like almost, center here. It's right across the street from the Kelowna International Airport, so they probably saw it as a place where there is lots of traffic coming through. So it's been, you've got your coffee shops, your shopping, your liquor stores, your food, and some restaurants. Not really any high-end restaurants, but it's like your fast food and stuff like that. So it's got all that there. And we will move into Lake Country. Lake Country has, before we do that, I'll show you quickly where McKinley is. On McKinley Landing, our beach is right here. It's like I mentioned before, another one of Kelowna's kind of like Okanagan lifestyle neighborhoods, lots of waterfront properties, and if you buy in there, you get access to all their amenities. They got a long laundry list of things. Between Vernon and Kelowna is Lake Country and Winfield. Again, all the same stuff that I mentioned before, lots of mature properties, lots of, there's some luxury. You've got the Lakestone development, which is another fantastic place to look into if you're looking for something that's got a little wow to it. Bigger properties, some acreages and stuff like that. So kind of a little more removed from town. So if you like the quieter lifestyle, this could be an option for you. So I hope that kind of gives you a bird's eye view on some of the neighborhoods in Kelowna. Like I said, head on over to the playlist for neighborhoods if you want to get a more in-depth idea on which neighborhood has to offer. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.